Hey there, Danny here from 1 Minute Podcast Tips and Be a Better Podcaster. In a recent video, I shared why you should have a website for your podcast, and I'll link to that in the description so you can check that out. But today, I want to talk about the 3 key things you should always have on that podcast website. So let's jump in. The first thing is making it super easy for your website visitors to play an episode. So here on 1 Minute Podcast Tips, for example, you can see I've got a trailer pinned in the website header. And that allows site visitors to get a feel for the show and whether they want to listen to more. If they do want to listen to more, I make it super easy by having the latest episodes on the homepage. Now this is a free website that comes with Captivate, and it makes it super easy for you to display these episodes. If you have your own self-hosted website, you can still do this. So here, Podcaster Stories, this is one of my older shows, and this is hosted on WordPress. And as you can see here, I've got latest episodes. So I've got the 3 most recent episodes here that you can listen to right away. I've also got an episodes option, so you can click through to that and listen to every single episode on the podcast. The main thing is, no matter where listeners are on your website, it is super easy to listen to an episode from your show. The second option is to make it really easy for visitors to follow on their favourite apps. So again, back in the 1 Minute Podcast Tips, if I scroll down a little bit, you'll see that I've got options to follow on the most popular podcast apps. I've also got a More Apps option, so if I click that, that takes me through to a page on industry publication Podnews that show where 1 Minute Podcast Tips is published to, so you can click through to that and listen on these apps. And if I go back to Podcaster Stories, you can see that I've got Listen on Apple, Spotify and iHeartRadio. I've also got How to Listen on the navigation bar, with the 3 most popular apps for that podcast, as well as a playlist for the show, but also a link how to listen on your preferred podcast app. And again, that takes me through to a page on Podnews and all the apps that Podcaster Stories is published to. The final option is having a very clear call to action. Now, this could be growing your newsletter list, it could be following you on social media, or in this case, it could be promoting your premium membership option. For 1 Minute Podcast Tips, I have a Magic Mike membership. And if I click through to the Magic Mike membership, that takes you through to the Magic Mike membership, where you can choose what premium membership you want to sign up to, or just leave a one-off tip. For Podcaster Stories, my main call to action was my newsletter. And this is where I send social media followers to sign up for the newsletter. So obviously you've got the newsletter section itself, and you've got the sign up area, and it gives you some details about what to expect once you sign up for the newsletter. But I also put the trailer here and embedded that in. So again, visitors to the website could get a feel for what the show's about, which would then encourage them to sign up for the newsletter. It doesn't matter what your call to action is, just make sure it's really clear and super easy to do. So 1, make it really easy to listen to your podcast. 2, make it really easy to follow your podcast. And 3, have a really simple call to action to help grow your show. Until the next time, happy podcasting.